In case this was something important and they're just playing, I feel like I need to document this. Because there are people who have our numbers that would have some sort of motivation to do this or have a pattern of behavior of doing this. And it is important to document this. Like Chris's mom, like if she's like not dead in a ditch somewhere and actually is like playing some shit, like secretly went into her Facebook messages and recovered our phone numbers and shit. It which she wouldn't have to dig far. It's in there. But she hasn't contacted either of us in over a year. So I don't think, but need to document it anyway. Whoever called sat there for like a few, like I don't know, 15, 20 seconds maybe? 10, 15, not quite 20. And I was like, hello? 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 Nobody. Nothing. So I feel like I need to document this. Just in case, because like my ex-husband, she's that kind of person. Also, she's actually done it before, just like my ex-husband, who did it with his girlfriend before me too. So like that's how I was like, oh well, this is just his pattern of behavior. So, yeah, she's legit even claimed that calls like that didn't happen existed, and we had to like pull out our phone records to prove it. Yeah, that wasn't fun. So anyway, today I got this phone call. So just in case it's something like where legitimately like someone's trying to like play like they called but they didn't, or they just hung up after listening to the hello just to say that they called, make a show of it. Yeah. See, we've had stuff like that happen, so need to document it. Just in case. Not because we think it's anything, but because you never know. So yeah. Here goes nothing. Got a call. It was, I did try to call it back. Whoever called from a rerouted number, which means that they use this little... You can use an app to do this. You can also use a special router. This means that someone went out of their way to make sure that we couldn't call them back, basically. So the call basically was anonymous. Tried to call it back. The number says this number is not valid. That means that whoever called had anonymous calling on. Basically, there's this trick that I never quite learned because I've never used it. Because I want people that I call to call me back. If I'm not calling you, if I'm calling you, I want to talk to you, basically, and I want you to call me back. Some people just want to make a show of it. I've never done that, and I've never needed to use anonymous calling, except to avoid harassment, but that was only with one person, and that was in a situation where I could not avoid talking to them because of the kids. So, I used it then. But, like, this was someone who had legit done some shit to me. This was not because I was being petty. And I only had to use it, like, twice. And then I was recording my phone calls, so I was like, just to let you know I'm recording my phone calls, so if you start on that other stuff, I've got it on recording. So that sort of kept things at bay. Plus, he already had my phone number at that point because someone who shouldn't have gave it to them. Someone who could have gotten in a lot of trouble. So, yeah. Because she gave him my number, and that was a breach of confidentiality. So, not only that, but I had a restraining order. So she was also helping him breach the restraining order, too. Anyway, Yeah. What am I doing? He's not even supposed to be home yet. This damn teacher has us on pins and needles. So anyway, get off my chair. Thank you. Here. You can have this chair. Come on. Oh, fine. You don't own. Now you might want it now? Okay. Say hi. Hey. Alright, so yeah. So that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else that needs to be said right now. I need to get back to what I was doing and finish up because I need to clean up before Munchkin gets home. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now, just to clean up because I don't want to leave any sort of possibility of a reoccurrence of yesterday. He didn't get hurt, but I started rushing and ended up getting myself. It's not serious. It was like cooling down whenever I got it. But I like reached over, and I was actually recording whenever it happened too. I like reached over and my arm touched it. It wasn't quite cool yet. Okay, it was still pretty hot, but it wasn't like as hot as it had been. So like it could have been a lot worse. So this stuff, I got myself on the wood burner, the little metal thing that kind of comes up around, yeah. I got myself on the wood burner. So it wasn't that hot, obviously, since these get pretty hot. And I had it on a pretty high setting because I was basically rushing. So yeah, I caught myself on the wood burner. I don't want a repeat of that. Also, like, I have a rule where I don't use that whenever Chris is home at all. With the Dremel tool, I can, if he's just playing in his room, definitely not during naps, but it's loud, and, he gets the message, don't come close whenever it's there. I can see him, so, I stop it whenever he comes down the stairs or needs anything, but I also rarely bring it out, too. Even then, like, it's something that I'll only do if, there's, like, not really much of a choice. But I will not under any circumstances use the wood burner while he is home, because it is quiet and that is deceptive to him. And the last thing anybody needs is for me to suddenly have to jump up, and I can't do that with the wood burner. I can do that with the Dremel tool. I can just turn it off and go. The wood burner, not so much. I have to like make sure that everything is secure so it doesn't burn down the house. And the stand doesn't really hold it like in that spot. It'll like start sliding and all this, so yeah. It's not gonna happen. So I won't bring it out. I will spray you. He's getting annoyed with me because I'm not petting him. And then I was apparently doing it wrong. So now he's giving me angry face. What? Brat? What? Now I'm just messing with you. You really in one of those modes? Try it. He was acting like he was gonna go after my hand on the back of the chair. Spray bottle's facing him. This is a reminder. Now he's just getting mad that as he swings his tail, it's touching my skirt. He's just in a mood. He's just in a cat mood. Just in a mood in general. Can I do this every day? It helps me to sit with my leg up a little bit, even if it's just, one knee up or something. So I do this a lot. Meanwhile, the kitty looks like I have offended him. There are 3 more chairs at this table, with nothing and no one on them. You can go sit on one of those. But no, he wants this chair. He wants whatever chair my leg is on. He's calming down now. You getting out of your mood? No? You're just glaring at me? You're like, I can't do anything or she'll spray me. Now I think he's just getting irritated that I'm not petting him, but then he's irritated if I pet him too. I don't think he knows what he wants right now. What? I ain't gonna irritate you any more than you already are. I normally just leave him alone, period, whenever he's like this, or spray him and let him go cool off somewhere else. He knows better. There's a reason why I said get off my chair and he got off my chair. I mean, they know I won't hurt him. There's a lot of trust there. Actually, I can do a lot of things with my cats that most people can't do, because there's a lot of trust there. But they know. Don't look at me like that. Oh, no, I need to go blow my nose. I sneezed, and he looks like I've just done the most offensive thing ever. Like, Mom, you got it in my face. Anyway, yeah. I totally got off track there. It's easy to do whenever you start recording, but yeah. So yeah, I got that phone call and nobody was on the other end. No words, no recordings, no nothing. Not even breathing, just silence. Well, if there was breathing, I just didn't hear it, but it wasn't like a heavy breathing call. Thank goodness. Those are creepy. I got those as a teenager before what happened, so yeah. Those are like extra creepy. I've had a few of those. I also had that like before we had the break-in with the underwear. Yeah. They got stolen. It was like months beforehand, so I'm not even sure that it's related, but yeah. Creepiness! Actually, it might have been related because there was also that car that was sitting out there for like, with that guy in it and all that, and yeah. Like, I don't know cars, so like, don't ask me what it was. Anyway, yeah. As far as I know, the police never found the guy or anything like that. They just said that it was probably neighborhood kids, but like, or that it was probably personal, and I'm like, yeah, they took pictures of me and my kids and underwear. It's pretty personal. They took photographs in underwear. Most of the underwear they took was dirty underwear. And then they like took a couple of the, the underwear that we all have that's really there whenever we feel like teasing our better halves, they took a couple of those, like the clean stuff that was in there. Ugh. Yeah, that was pretty personal. But I don't really think it was a personal vendetta sort of thing. I think it was more like a creepy sort of thing. Um, yeah, let's just go with creepy. So, yeah. As far as I know, though, they haven't found the person that did that. That was a while back. So I'm kind of betting that they'll probably never find them at this point because they're not even looking at this point. That's kind of how it works. They don't have a solid lead right away, they don't even really look. But I do like the officers that came out and handled that, and how they did so. They even like dusted our doorknob and were like, yeah, everybody touches our doorknob. So I and they were like, yeah, but they actually showed me how it worked. And they even explained how the person like could have broken in without like breaking locks and shit. It was scary. Like they actually showed it. Like did it. It was scary as shit. Like no locks broken. It doesn't have to like even look like force entry. Like it's pretty scary actually. So, like, and it was pretty easy too. I can't do it because like, but someone with who knows how can easily do it, and it was fucking scary. So anyway, they basically showed how simple it was, and it was by their suggestion that we got the alarm that we did. So, yeah, apparently one of the cops uses it. So yeah, they haven't found him, but we got an alarm that goes off whenever the door is open and closed. Well, opened. And you have to like punch in the code. Sometimes I take it down whenever we're home, just because I don't want to hear beep every time the door opens and closes. But yeah, definitely put it up like whenever we go to bed or we go out, and arm it. So everybody and their mother will know if someone tries to open up that door. So yeah. Also maybe a window. We have one on Chris's door. We never arm it, but it beeps whenever the door opens and closes, and he likes to sneak out of his room. So that's basically what it's for. This big loud doo-doo to tell us Chris is sneaking out of his room in the middle of the night to try and eat the peanut butter with a spoon. Because, yeah, that's one of the things that he does. Like, no midnight snacks. It interrupts his sleeping, and then he doesn't go back to sleep, and then we got a cranky kid the whole next day. We'll wait till breakfast. We wouldn't actually mind as much with the midnight snacking, especially with his metabolism, if it didn't, like, make him not able to sleep and affect his, like, ability to go back to sleep after, going potty. He already sometimes struggles with that as is, so, he's gotten a lot better at it, though. He really has. And now I'm rambling and going on and on and on. I need to stop. Alright, this is done. This shouldn't have taken 20 minutes. 19 minutes and something seconds. But it shouldn't have taken this long because I started rambling and I really have to go. Okay. Bye.